In 1927, an American oil tycoon named Harry Sinclair purchased a single-engine biplane for his personal use. It had no insulation, no heating, and a wicker chair bolted to the wooden floor. It was the birth of private aviation, a loud, uncomfortable, and highly dangerous tool meant for one thing: saving time. Fast forward less than a century, and the heirs to that ambition are no longer saving time. They are building entire civilizations inside aluminum tubes and flying them through the stratosphere at 600 miles per hour. We're talking about private jet interiors that contain marble Turkish steam baths, concert halls with baby grand pianos, prayer rooms with electronically rotating mats, and glass elevators connecting 3 separate decks. Space is so extraordinary that the aircraft they inhabit feels almost incidental to the story. Normal passengers fight for overhead bin space. These people installed garages for their Rolls-Royces. These are the top 5 private jet living spaces that cost more than mansions. And by the time we reach number 1, you will never look at a first-class seat the same way again. At number 5 is the Boeing business jet 777X, a machine so large that Airbus engineers reportedly studied its specifications with a mixture of admiration and concern. The 777X is Boeing's most advanced wide-body aircraft, and in its BBJ configuration, it becomes something that defies the vocabulary normally applied to aviation. Interior designers working at this level have used seamless, ultra-modern geometric architecture, soundproofed silk wall panels, and lightweight marble surfaces engineered specifically for flight. Materials so precisely selected that the entire interior eliminates any psychological cue that might remind the occupant they are inside an aircraft moving at altitude. The result is something closer to a Manhattan penthouse that has been untethered from the earth than anything that belongs in the category of transportation. Interior customization alone runs north of $100 million before a single bolt of silk is hung or a single slab of marble is cut to fit. At number 4, the Sultan of Brunei has entered the conversation, and the Sultan does not enter conversations quietly. Sultan Hassan al-Bolkiah, one of the last remaining absolute monarchs on earth, and a man whose full official name runs to 72 words, paid approximately $100 million to acquire his Boeing 747-400, and then spent an additional $120 million removing everything inside it and replacing it with a vision so opulent that the aviation press simply ran out of adequate adjectives. The cabin features gold trim throughout, solid gold and Lalique crystal sinks, gold-plated fixtures, and surfaces inlaid with gold and lapis lazuli. The master suite contains a full bedroom and private bathroom. A formal dining room hosts airborne banquets, and a business center fitted with hardwood and custom carpet allows the Sultan to manage state affairs at 40,000 feet without compromise. The Sultan also holds a pilot's license and has been known to fly the aircraft himself, meaning the most extravagantly appointed 747 in human history is occasionally piloted by its owner, who then steps from the cockpit into a world of chandeliers and gold wash basins, which is, objectively, the most extraordinary commute in the history of aviation. Now, before I show you the 3rd most insane living space on this list, I have a quick question. Do you want to see how the top 0.1% really live every single week? I'm pushing hard to reach 1,000 members in our Wolfpack by the end of June, and if you're enjoying these deep dives into the world's most exclusive assets, hit that subscribe button right now. It helps me bring you more of this content, and I promise, you won't want to miss what we're breaking down in the next video. Let's get back into it. At number 3 is Alisher Usmanov's Airbus A340-300. And this is the entry on this list where the word luxury starts to feel inadequate, and the word capability becomes more accurate. Usmanov, the Uzbek-born Russian billionaire who built his fortune across steel, telecommunications, and technology investments, including early stakes in Facebook and Xiaomi, commissioned an aircraft that functions less as a luxury conveyance and more as a fully mobile geopolitical command center. The A340-300 carries encrypted military-grade satellite communication systems, allowing secure voice and data transmission across any jurisdiction on Earth, the kind of communications infrastructure that governments install in war rooms, replicated here for a private individual who moves between continents with the frequency and urgency of a head of state. Private leather staterooms provide individual accommodation for the owner and key staff. A wellness zone with dedicated recovery and relaxation facilities ensures that no amount of long-haul flight compromises the productivity or the condition of the people aboard. And a massive executive conference center, built to the specification of a significant boardroom rather than an aircraft meeting area, allows Usmanov to conduct negotiations, make acquisitions, and coordinate the operations of a multi-billion-dollar empire while crossing continents that have no idea he is passing through their airspace. The aircraft is valued at between $350 and $400 million in total. It is not designed for comfort. It is designed for dominance. At number 2 is Joseph Lau's Boeing 747-8 VIP. And the number that stops people mid-sentence when they hear it is this: nearly 5,000 square feet of interior living space. 5,000 square feet in an aircraft. For context, the average American home contains approximately 2,300 square feet, meaning Joseph Lau's private jet contains more livable space than 2 average American family homes, stacked inside a machine that travels at 600 miles per hour. Lau, the Hong Kong property billionaire, commissioned a 747-8 VIP configuration that takes the most powerful variant of Boeing's legendary jumbo jet platform and restructures its interior entirely around the logic of a luxury mansion rather than a passenger aircraft. A shock-absorbed fitness gymnasium with flooring engineered to absorb the micro-vibrations of flight provides full workout capability regardless of turbulence. A private guest wing accommodates traveling companions with the separation and privacy of a separate residential floor. Executive boardrooms allow Lau to conduct the business of a multi-billion-dollar property empire from any point between Hong Kong and anywhere else on the planet. And a fully isolated cinema room, sealed acoustically from the rest of the aircraft and equipped with screening technology that would satisfy any private home theater installation, allows the journey between deals to feel like something other than a journey between deals. The total aircraft is valued at approximately $367 million. It is a sky mansion. The description is not marketing. It is architecture. And at number 1 is the aircraft that has never existed, and yet has never stopped existing in the imagination of everyone who has ever heard of it. Saudi Prince Al-Walid bin Talal ordered the Airbus A380 at the 2007 Dubai Air Show, arriving in his existing Boeing 747 private jet, looking at the world's largest commercial passenger aircraft on the exhibition floor, and deciding, with characteristic precision, that this was the machine his vision required. He commissioned a complete VIP conversion at a total value estimated at $500 million. 3 decks connected by a glass-walled elevator that descended all the way to the tarmac, unspooling a red carpet automatically. Because when you own the largest private aircraft in the world, your arrival should be appropriately theatrical. A concert hall seating 10 with a baby grand piano, a boardroom with holographic projector, and a full-size steam room were among the confirmed specifications. A prayer room with computer-monitored prayer mats that automatically adjust to face Mecca, regardless of the aircraft's heading, because faith, at this altitude, requires no compromise. A garage to carry the prince's Rolls-Royce inside the aircraft so that ground transportation could be loaded aboard like luggage. The A340's cargo deck converted into a marble wellness zone, with tiles 2 millimeters thick to preserve weight tolerances while maintaining the aesthetic of a royal spa. The Flying Palace was ordered, designed, rendered, and then it was never delivered. The plane was never configured, becoming the most extraordinary aviation concept in history to exist only on paper. And perhaps that is exactly the right ending for a story about human ambition, because the Flying Palace was never really about an aircraft. It was about the specific madness that arrives when imagination, wealth, and engineering converge without limits, and a man sits in a Dubai exhibition hall and looks at the largest flying machine ever built and thinks, not big enough. That thought, irrational, magnificent, completely untethered from any practical necessity, is the engine of every entry on this list. The wicker chair of 1927 and the gold-plated throne of 2007 are separated by a century and connected by a single human instinct: the desire to be somewhere else, faster, and in a condition that matches the scale of your ambition. We called it aviation. It was always something else. So now the question comes to you. If you had unlimited billionaire money, which of these flying mansions would you actually live in? The Golden Palace in the sky, the airborne fortress, or the insane Airbus A380 flying palace? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, we've got another unbelievable luxury story waiting for you right here on Wall Street Wolfie. Don't forget to give this video a like, share your thoughts in the comments, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell, because on this channel, we explore the extreme lifestyles, hidden wealth, and luxury worlds most people will never experience. I'll see you in the next one.